Detectives who investigated the Moscow murders found blood at the crime scene from 2 still unidentified males.
We'll tell you more tonight on Murrow News 8.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
I'm Joey Ertley.
And I'm Maddie Raveling. This is Murrow News 8.
Blood was discovered on the handrail in the home where the 4 University of Idaho students died. Another unknown male's blood sample was found on the glove that police located outside the home, Brian Koberger's defense attorney told the court. In the bed of one of the stabbing victims, police said they also found a key piece of evidence, a leather sheath for a fixed blade knife. The DNA on the sheath matches Koberger's.
The city has made the effort to say that we value.
In legal filings from June 2023, his defense said the state's claim is not from blood, but rather touch DNA from the sheath located at the scene.
That we value the people that live in Pullman, the citizens, the students, the fire department, and we're going to put our money where our mouth is, and we're going to provide outstanding service to these people.
Pullman has a new fire department chief, Brett Nash, who comes from Nevada's Henderson Fire Department, was sworn in during Tuesday's Pullman City Council meeting. Pullman City Council unanimously voted Nash as the new Pullman fire chief. He will replace Mike Heston, who retired this month after being Pullman's fire chief since 2013.
And there were some troubles down at Webster Hall. We sent our reporter Evan to figure out what happened.
So I'm here outside Webster Hall, where the bottom few floors are actually closed until next Monday, the 17th. Why, you may ask? Because a professor explained today that it was so cold outside that the pipes actually burst, causing the first floors up all the way up to the 4th floor to have excessive water damage. For Murrow News 8, this is Evan Suarez.
Washington State University's upcoming Schweitzer Engineering Hall plans to devote a space for longtime electrical engineering professor Glenn L. Hauer. Hauer earned his undergrad and master's at WSU, also spending 43 years as a professor. He passed at the age of 90 in January. The $80 million Schweitzer Engineering Hall is set to open in fall of 2026.
The closure of the Wellness Center pool has left Moscow residents troubled with what options they have now. Our reporter Macy Harden has more on the pool's closure.
A beloved wellness center has shut down in Moscow. The Martin Wellness Center, operated by Gritman Medical Center, offered multiple amenities, but most crowded to the pool. Gritman said the closure was due to maintenance issues and an increase in cost. The members of this small community are upset and concerned about what their options now are.
I have a torn medial meniscus, and I have little cartilage in knees, and I can do things, but I am in great pain after I exert myself on land. There's no place else for people like us to go.
Hodgin was one of many who relied on the pool for recovery. The health benefits meant enough to so many that a group was formed in an effort to stop the closure or at least delay it.
So what drew people into the Martin Wellness Center? Well, for one thing, it's accessibility. The center included things like up-close parking and no stairs, easy pool and locker room access. Factors that, for most, might not seem like a big deal, but for others, their health depends on it.
Hodgin said Gritman provided 2 alternative options, the pool at U of I or Pullman Aquatic Center. Both, Hodgin says, have disadvantages.
But I am not welcome there, not from the administration or the people, but I'm in the way because people there go to lap swim, and some people moved away from me, but I had trouble getting in and out of their pool. That's a problem.
Hodgin and others will continue the search to find options that meet their recovery needs. But for now, they share a tiny community, all built around one pool. With Murrow News 8, I'm Macy Harden.
Now that the construction of downtown Pullman is finished, transportation officials are now looking for the next issue that needs improvement. The Palouse Regional Transportation Planning Organization and the Washington State Department of Transportation are conducting a study to identify alternative routes for heavy truck traffic to bypass downtown Pullman. An open house is scheduled on February 20th to gather public opinions.
And the winter weather is settling and pipes are beginning to freeze. Stay with us so you can be prepared for what's coming.
It seems Pullman is in for a cold one this winter, with snow showers and low temperatures in the forecast coming up.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far.
I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna. Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
Due to the weather reaching close to 0 degrees, many residents have experienced issues with frozen pipes in households and cars being frozen shut. We went out to ask students how this weather has affected them.
It hasn't been that bad. I mean, like, kind of have to like avoid ice patches, but it hasn't been that bad so far.
It hasn't really affected my commute. I usually just walk to class.
Yeah, usually I'll drive, but today I took the bus because couldn't drive this morning.
To prevent pipes from freezing, leave a sink or shower lightly dripping so that you don't find yourself without water for hours or even days. Due to the snow in Pullman, some travelers may experience winter travel delays. Our reporter Emma Underwood spoke to Pullman Moscow Regional Airport Director Tony Bean to see how you can make your travel days a little easier.
Winter season means vacation getaways, family reunions, and unfortunately, travel delays. Now that it is snowing in Pullman, heavy snowfall and icy conditions can cause disruptions at airports, resulting in passengers like Isabella Mataloni being stranded for hours or even days.
Well, we were flying into Seattle from Indianapolis, and as we were on the flight, somebody checks their phone and was like, oh, our flight to Pullman got canceled.
Describing her travel experience as...
It was honestly just kind of a mess.
At Pullman Moscow Regional Airport, crews start preparing for winter conditions as soon as snow starts to fall.
The airport plows and brooms the runway surfaces. As soon as we start getting snow, we actively start removing snow. If we do experience a delay, it's usually not on this side. It is Seattle based on either weather or air traffic control trying to get things into the pattern there. Because if they stack up, we have to wait.
Despite Pullman Moscow Regional Airport's efforts, severe winter storm warnings and aircraft de-icing still may impact your flight status. As we can see, the snow has started coming down in Pullman, and although your flight status might be out of your control, Airport Director Tony Bean said there are things in your control that you can do to help make your travel day just a little bit easier.
First of all, be here on time for your flight. If you're not here on time for your flight, that's problematic. But have extra things in your vehicle so that you're ready. When it's time to leave, you can scrape a windshield and you can travel at a safe speed without trying to be in a hurry to get to the airport, because it creates a sense of urgency that can really mess up your travel experience, because you're moving too fast. You end up in an accident, unfortunately, or something else happens to you because you're in a hurry.
Reporting in Pullman, Washington, Emma Underwood with Murrow News 8.
Now we're going to check in with Nick, who's out in the freezing cold for us. Nick, how's the weather looking out there?
Hey, thanks, Maddie. I'm standing out here on Thompson Flats, where the snow that fell about a week ago is now completely frozen. If you're walking out and about today, you probably noticed what some are calling the sparkly snow. This snow, this is caused by the sun reflecting off the individual ice crystals, causing a mirror-like effect. Although I do have to say it is beautiful. I'm really looking forward to this to go away and the weather to slowly start to warm up. Josiah, what's the weather looking like for the rest of today and the rest of the week?
Thank you, Nick. Now, as you all know, and I don't have to repeat it, it's been very cold these past few days, especially today. Look at this, 21 degrees the highest, 4th the lowest, but it hasn't been snowing at the very least, so that's a positive change. But unfortunately, that is not to last, because if you look at the weather tomorrow, it will be snowing once again, 27 degrees the highest, 24th the lowest, just when we thought we were out, it pulls us back in. Now, if you look at the weather across the state for the next few days, weather in the low 40s at the highest on the western side of the state. But if you look around on the eastern side where we're more familiar, it's going to be in the 20s, mostly sunny though, so that's a positive thing, of course, with some exceptions. Now, as well, if you look across the next few days, of course, it's going to be 27 degrees at the highest Thursday, but that's basically how it's going to be. Back to you guys at the desk.
And the Cougs are gearing up for an exciting week of hoops and baseball. Find out what's on tap for WSU Sports this week.
It's okay to be scared. You don't have to be so strong.
Strength is not optional. This is my mother, my purpose. Real muscle is lifting her spirits between bedpans and bad news from doctors that doubt her strength. Strength is buried in bills, managing meds, and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember? My strength is super, but I'm still human, right?
Look who's here. There she is. Thanks for your patience. Thank you so much.
How you feel?
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community, or call 1-877-333-5885.
I'm Macy Harden here with your sports report. WSU women's basketball will be facing LMU tomorrow night in Beasley Coliseum at 6. The Cougs currently hold 15 wins this season and are looking to get that 16th win tomorrow night against the 10-12 Lions. The game will also be hosting Pink Night, so be sure to bring that pink jersey hanging in your closet. And it's time to go out to the ball game. WSU baseball is set to start their 2025 season this Friday. The Cougs will travel to the 4th-ranked University of Arkansas for a 4-game series. Due to some rain, however, Friday's game will be a doubleheader, beginning at 10 a.m. with the second game starting just 45 minutes after the first. Whew. Finishing last season with a 21-32 overall record and only 9 conference wins, the Cougs have made some changes, most notably the 24 new players to their 34-man roster. With their offseason moves, they have been picked to finish 3rd in the Mountain West Conference this year, behind Nevada and Fresno State. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Macy. Well, some could argue February 12th is better for your heart than February 14th.
We'll explain why love is already in the air after the break.
Days, months,
Hey, I'm Jim from across the street.
years,
I'd like to give you this.
a lifetime can rush by without realizing what we're missing. We lose some of the best moments, some that may never repeat,
Come on.
or detach from people around us. Our loved ones grow used to this pattern, but it doesn't have to be that way. We have a choice to take action. It's never too late to live a full life again. Hear how many of us Vietnam veterans have managed our mental health and reconnected with our families. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
From the birth of Abraham Lincoln to the conviction of El Chapo, February 12th is a fascinating day in world history. But for us here in Pullman at Murrow News 8, it's simply known as National Hug Day. Giving or receiving a hug releases oxytocin, which lowers stress, boosts your immune system, and improves heart health. Thanks for watching Murrow News 8. Check out our socials on Instagram. See you next time.